The S was a South Korean duo that consisted of the members Kim Gun-young, who at the time of her debut was 24 years old and worked as a musical actress from a very young age. She received many offers to enter the entertainment industry, but debuted only after becoming an adult in order to further her skills as a singer. And the 22-year-old Lee Yoon-mi, who won the top prize in the Super Elite Model Best Talent Awards in 1998 and was already a familiar face to the South Korean public prior to her debut with the S, mostly for appearing on the second season of the dating show Mountain Lodge Meeting War of the Roses, which aired from 2002 to 2003 and where she showed her unique, fierce competitive spirit. She was nicknamed Marilyn Monroe because of the mole on the upper left side of her lip, and according to NamaWiki, while on the show, Yumi had an antipathy towards the sexy concept in K-pop and said that she was an ordinary female college student, but was actually a trainee under We Entertainment preparing for her debut and attracting the public's attention. The strategy worked as the show was a hit and Yoonmi became a popular celebrity. A fan cafe for her was opened and achieved more than 40,000 members. When news of her debut as a member of the S were announced along with images of her and Gun-young using the sexy concept, Yoonmi was very criticized. As one, she said on the show that she was just an ordinary student, and two, the public believed she wasn't a fan of the sexy concept. Yoonmi's skills and talent were also put into question. But when the S made their debut in July of 2003 with the album The First Album and title track, D, and started to do live performances, they surprised the public and received many positive reviews for their skills and especially for their live vocals. However, because Yumi became popular on a show of KBS2, the S was boycotted by other broadcasters as a measure of check. They were only able to promote on cable channels like Mnet and KMTV. And in addition to that, Yumi was forced to withdraw from War of the Roses because a male cast member got involved in a serious controversy. Yumi suffered a breakdown and went into hiding 3 days before recording. Because of that, the production team withdrew all cast members including Yoonmi to completely revamp the image of the show by adding it a new cast. Thanks to the boycott and controversy, the debut of the S did not have a good commercial performance, but they continued to promote as much as they could and garnered a decent amount of attention, especially from the male public. But everything changed after a performance on Music Tank where Yoonmi's top fell off and exposed her left breast in front of 20,000 people. Yoonmi continued to perform for about a minute before she noticed and hurriedly pulled her top up and covered her breast with her hand. Thankfully, the recording was not live, so the production was able to edit the performance before it aired and use scenes of the duo playing on the beach in swimsuits that was recorded a day before to cover the wardrobe malfunction. Despite being censored, the performance seems to have been wiped off of the internet. I found a post of someone on Cafe Dom claiming that they had the performance recorded, but according to them, it was too big to upload to a cafe. And also a weird post on Naver with the title Broadcasting Accident Photo Collection Download, in which apparently contained a link to download several pictures of wardrobe malfunctions of different celebrities. On the post, it contains Yoonmi's name in a text that appears to be the name of a JPG file picture, which makes me confused as of why, since the wardrobe malfunction was not broadcasted without the censored editing. I actually couldn't discover if the text was a link to download a picture, or if the person who posted was just claiming that they had a picture. But if it was a link that's not working anymore because the page is very old, that's good, because if it really contained an uncensored photo, which if it exists I assume, it could only be from someone who was present at the performance and took it. It should remain hidden, but the post could also just be clickbait. All of that to say that it seems like this performance became a piece of lost media, so the performance I'm showing on screen right now is illustrative. Regarding the situation, Yoonmi said, "I never thought that an incident where my clothes would fall down and expose my breast would happen to me during a broadcast. I'm glad it wasn't a live broadcast." At first, it was speculated by the public and media that the wardrobe malfunction was a publicity stunt to bring attention to the duo, especially because during that same period of time the same thing happened to other singers as well. But this theory quickly came to an end as their activities were temporarily suspended, because the incident made Yoonmi worry about her career as a singer, and also her parents strongly oppose her career in the field, creating a conflict with We Entertainment that eventually led to Yoonmi's departure from the S in October of 2003. Following her withdrawal, she stated, "I can no longer pursue a career as a singer. I plan to pursue an acting career." We Entertainment considered replacing Yoonmi and continue with the duo with Gun-young and a new member. But unfortunately, they decided to disband the team before their album was even released, as until the mid-2000s it was common that albums came out much later than broadcast activities, so the first album became a rarity that only a few people can say they have. Because of the duo's short period of activity, the music video for their debut track was never released, being almost another piece of lost media, and I say almost because I guess the director may still have it saved somewhere, and would make me extremely happy if he released it on YouTube. This was the end of the S, a duo that had everything to become huge stars, except luck. After the disbandment of the S, Gunyoung was a sub-MC for ITV's Park show's Entertainment Roadshow, and appears to have quitted the entertainment industry since she never appeared in the media again. Even before the disbandment of the S, Yoonmi was already casted on the drama Marriage Story that started to air still on the 19th of the same month of the duo's disbandment. So she continued with her acting career as planned and became a famous actress of dramas, movies, and musicals. Yoonmi also became an entrepreneur and sponsors children through the organization Compassion International that helps children orphaned by war in South Korea.